Welcome to the Wasteland Motorsports Diecast Racing League, where the engines roar and the chaos screams, where only the strong will claw their way through the madness. So strap in tight, Wastelanders, because the dying time is now.
Hello, Wastelanders, and welcome back to Piston Junction. I'm Miles Per Hour, and this is the $1 Trillion Studio. This is episode 3 of the Piston Junction Invitational, and we thank you for tuning in. We know you don't have a choice. So let's meet the driver. First up is Imperator Arlo's right-hand woman, Imperator Kay, driving Pina Colada. This DMC-12 DeLorean is packed with an arsenal of weapons and defenses, which are sure to make her a threat on the Switchback. Next up, you have the fastest car in the race and my personal nemesis, the Wasteland process server, Sam Hall. He personally delivered all 4 of my ex-wife's divorce papers, and I desperately hope his car catches fire and he burns to death. Next up is rank 41 End Count, driving Mohawk Trail, a 1968 souped-up hot rod El Camino. Based out of the Tower Enclave of Massachusetts, he's known for keeping his guns hot and his roads open. Our final driver of the night is Warren Hogg, driving an Opel Kadett called Warthog, and he represents Ooze International, one of the largest corporations in the South African Economic Zone. And we'd like to give a big thank you to Ooze for some of the scoreboards you see in use on the WMD. All right, now let's get to the racing. On the pole position is Sam Hall, followed by Imperator Kay in lane 2. Then we have End Count and Warren Hogg. In every stage, the vehicles will rotate one position so everybody gets a chance on the pole. Sam Hall comes out of the gate and takes an early lead coming into the refinery corner, but it looks like End Count is not to be denied, and he opens up with that cannon, but that just gives Sam Hall a chance to run away with the race. Who the hell do I have to pay to get him shot at? Sam Hall takes first, followed by Imperator Kay, and then Warren Hogg. But we seem to have lost the End Count. 13.45 is not his time trial time, but other cars on the track tend to make it a little more exciting. Speaking of exciting, let's look at that crash. Imperator Kay did not take kindly to those bullets, and she puts End Count on his roof. Let's see that again in super slow-mo. End Count goes for the kill, but she plays the Uno reverse card and leaves him crying. All right, in stage 2, it's Warren Hogg on the pole, and Sam Hall in lane 2, followed by Imperator Kay and End Count. You know, racing makes me thirsty, and when I'm thirsty, nothing hits the spot like a can of Rad, the only energy drink with real nuclear energy. Coming down into the Rust Belt corner, Warren Hogg leads, but Immortan Kay's not making it easy. It's to the finish line, and it's Warren Hogg, followed by Immortan Kay, but where are Sam Hall and End Count? It looks like End Count's a real spoiler in this series of races, but that's not quite the case, as we see here that Evo has a stiff suspension, causing it to bounce and lose control.
Because no one wants to walk in the wasteland, there's Gaslands NorCal, Piston Junction's premier supplier of murder machines. Are you looking for a ride with serious heat? Well, check out Fireline, the Volkswagen micro truck with a giant front-mounted flamer, perfect for clearing the road. Need more? It's got a battering ram and side armor, and it's fuel efficient. Not the fastest, but she'll burn through anything in your way. And get this, only driven by a little old lady on Sundays for errands. Low mileage, high firepower. Come on down to Gaslands NorCal, where we make every road a battlefield.
Trek, that's our handler's convoy. What is he doing here? Everyone look sharp and stay fracking quiet. Not a fracking word from any of you. If I hear one sound, I'll beat you so bad you'll think a freight train hit you in a glass house. Welcome to Piston Junction, sir.
Major Green. Last week, your so-called enforcers had one job: capture James Ironbeard. Instead, he slipped through your fingers like sand. Not only that, your team tucked tail and ran the moment Johnny Piston made his presence known. Johnny Piston, Major. A glorified thug, not even worth a page in the dossier, and you let him cow you. You backed down without firing a shot. Tell me, Major, was it fear? Or is this squad of yours just useless?
Sir, I...
Shut up. I don't want your Terran excuses. I trusted you to lead, Major. But all I see now is failure. The kind of failure that spreads, festers, and breeds cowardice. Is that what your men are now, Major? A collection of spineless cowards?
The mission was compromised, sir. Piston wasn't expected. Ironbeard was...
What did I just say about excuses, Green? I'm starting to think you are incapable of following any directive. I expect results. The next time I send you after a target, I want them delivered to me in chains. Or I'll have your rank and his head. Prove you are worth my time, Major, or I'll find someone who is.
Welcome back to the $1 Trillion Studio. I'm your host, Miles Per Hour, and that halftime was brought to you by Marsec, keeping the Earth safe even if it means destroying the Earth. Let's check in with the Rust Belt Customs scorecard. Halftime, it's still anybody's race. But as you can see, Warren Hogg has a 1-point lead, but he's followed closely by Imperator Kay and Sam Hall. But it's not looking good for the end count. Let's see if they can turn it around in the second half of the show. On the pole is End Count. Next to him in lane 2 is Warren Hogg, followed by Sam Hall and then Imperator Kay. Out of the gate, the End Count is off to a promising lead, but coming around the curve, it seems to all go wrong. And then Dead Man's Curve claims another victim. But Sam Hall makes the pass and runs away with the race, and a construction worker. He hit that guy like he owed him money. So it's Sam Hall in first, followed by Imperator Kay and then Warren Hogg. Seeing that rad booth makes me thirsty. Hey, collaborator Bob, get me a rad. Coming out of the refinery, it looks like End Count gives it a little too much bean, and then gets up in the rocks. Finally on the pole position is Imperator Kay, and next to her is End Count, followed by Warren Hogg and Sam Hall. Imperator Kay takes the early lead, but End Count is right behind her, and you can hear that cannon roaring. Shell after shell pounds into her car, and her main cannon is disabled, but not her missile racks. And those missiles stop End Count in his tracks. If it wasn't for the help of Warren Hogg, End Count would not have finished this race. It's Imperator Kay in first, and then End Count in second. It doesn't look like Warren Hogg will make it down the hill, and neither will Sam Hall. Let's check in on them. It looks like Sam Hall's sensors told him those missiles were about to land, and so he leaps off the track. I can't say I blame him. Now here's where Warren Hogg gives that little nudge to End Count. And what was that underneath Warren, you ask? Well, that was Imperator Kay's cannon. Let's check back in on the scoreboard to see the final results of Round 1, Race 3, the Piston Junction Invitational. With 14 points, Imperator Kay is almost a shoo-in for Round 2, and it's a toss-up as to whether or not Warren Hogg or Sam Hall will make it in. But I can say that management is impressed with Sam Hall's, god damn it, his sensor package, and they're awarding him the style point of the match, which moves his score to 11. Well, folks, that's all we have for tonight. Be sure to like and subscribe if you like our content. Thank you for watching the WMD.